Glad to have you with us in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Centennial Bank Stadium, home to the Red Wolves of Arkansas State, and fans have been fired up for this one all day. This game today could be an inflection point for both of these teams, as each hoping to use it as a springboard to get into the top 25. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, a squad looking to put on a show. Taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we are ready to put toe to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Arkansas State's offense will be first on the attack. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like, you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Back to throw, it's Dyer. Finds a man on the right. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And the Red Wolves want to move quickly. Looking to throw. Wiggles free. Keeps him. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Red Wolves will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And, David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Going to the running game. Breaks into the open. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Red Wolves with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Dyer. Bringing the heat. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes trouble. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Both these teams have had some good moments this year, and they'd love nothing better than to improve their bowl positioning, build a little momentum by getting a win in this one.
You're just trying to punctuate the season, right? How big would it be for one of these two programs to finish the year as a ranked team? It would help them so much in the offseason with recruiting and really help their confidence looking ahead to next year, David.
And confidence and momentum and just learning how to win. A part of that is a part of the process of being great in the future. And this team, learning how to win, finding ways to get it done, it's only going to build momentum, and hopefully you can carry that over to next season.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Snagged out of the air. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. They want to get this defense on its heels.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Quick release on the RPO. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a fourth down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. The Red Wolves moving quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Fights off a defender. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And the Red Wolves with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Stevens. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Red Wolves come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking for a man, it's Dyer. Finds his big tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Phillips. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Power football with the run. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option.
Turning it on. Makes his man miss. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Duggar. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He caught it. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. He'll pull it on the read. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Zings it complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. No good. After the miss, no change in the score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Red Wolves line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Red Wolves getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Looking downfield very late in the half. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Jonesboro when that town is buzzing as it is today. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. 2 teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Centennial Bank Stadium.
And the Red Wolves will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now this offense is back on the field. It's complete to the right. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They bring the punter onto the field now. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Wants to return it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Fires to the big fella.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Hand off from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Red Wolves will hustle to the line. To the air, it's Dyer. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Red Wolves will punt it away on 4th down. Catch is made at the 15. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. The RPO, it's complete. Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's the heat. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
And they come up with a huge pick-6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Northern Illinois is currently up big at this moment. So much so, they're on the verge of giving Mission the rest of the day off. They're up 14 over Ball State. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to pass. It's Duggar. Finds the tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Red Wolves want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Gives it on the option. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain. And the Red Wolves come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Gets it to him on the screen. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. On the move, he fires. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Red Wolves will bring the punt team onto the field. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
Man, this is where you really hang your hat on your defense. You got to lead late in the game. Offense just punted because they trust you. They can put you out there to get a stop. When you have the lead, get the ball back to the offense. Let's see if this defense can come up clutch.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today. And no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. There he goes! Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Red Wolves come to the line with a new set of downs. He leaves it with his back. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Takes the easy one to the back. Great reaction by this defense, immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Reads it, fires complete. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Motion from the wide receiver. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Rushes on him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense in a bunch formation. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Gets rid of it. Fakes to grab. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. Back to pass, it's Duggar. He's got an open man. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. If they could somehow find their way into the end zone, a 2-possession lead might feel insurmountable. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And that's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
They boot it away on 4th down. Here's the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Looking to throw, it's Duggar. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Right on target this time.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. To be honest, both of these offense played as if they were waist-deep in mud. Plenty of struggles, and they come up just short in this one.
Definitely a defensive struggle here. So the good news for this team is you like what you saw on that side of the football, guys making plays, but the offense has got to be able to pick it up. You've got to be able to find ways to generate explosive plays and generate points. They couldn't do it.
And it's very frustrating for a defense when you see your offense time and time again not come through. They did their job. Offense next time just has to do a lot better.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. The Trojans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He gets a block. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Dude, people still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Trojans offense will get first crack at it today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot, not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass. They give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offense.
Touchdown!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd down play from the gun. The Trojans will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Looking downfield, it's Duggar. Pressure coming. Still on his feet. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Trojans in the hurry-up. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. And nobody able to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off play action on first down. Here comes the heat. Quarterback gets the first down. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. The play action fake. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Give to the back. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. They'll go back to work on offense. Wants to throw. It's Duggar. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They'll try it over the left side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he's got some space. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. The Trojans will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. On target over the middle. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Motion from the wideout. Pulls and fires complete. Breaks into the open. Busts through behind his pad. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. With the run on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Duggar. Here's the pressure. Escapes the sack. He wants it all. Touchdown. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today, in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the tight end. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's got his man, makes the grab. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To throw, it's Eaton. And his first pass is incomplete. The Trojans send out the punt unit. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Now adjusting. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. 2nd down coming up. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He'll pull it down. Short gain on the play before he slides. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Duggar. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. 6th play of the drive coming up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Huntsville. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to our team at Elliott T. Bowers Stadium.
We are just about ready to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
And the Trojans decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fair catch called for and made. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down. Gets open down the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking downfield, it's Duggar. Got his man downfield. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. Off the RPO, complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. The pull and throw off the RPO. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, Phyllis. UCLA is down right now inside the Rose Bowl, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Pasadena today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to USC. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Sweet cut there. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The Trojans are marching down the field. Now he's looking to throw it. Slips away. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Trying to get rid of it.
And this is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So first down, we'll open up the final period. It's a reverse. Slithers into space. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44. This offense set up with a second and short. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll pull it on the read. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And to get rid of it quickly.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. Looking to move the chains, they throw it complete to the left. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Now on the option. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away. Turning it on! Spins away from the defender. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Scanning the field, it's Eaton. Oh, they're after him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
They'll go to the ground and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They believe they can run right here. At midfield, he's got room. Flying down the right side. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Hand off from the shotgun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass. It's Eaton. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better.
Welcome to the port city of Mobile, Alabama, here at Hancock Whitney Stadium for what ought to be a terrific matchup in the 68 Ventures Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, a crew looking to make a statement, taking on a team from the MAC, the UMass Minutemen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to throw, it's Duggar. Rushes on him. On target to the left. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Love the third down call. Throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the first.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Leaves it with the back. Plows through the defense. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. Leaves it with the running back. Makes a man miss. He is run out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Young. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So UMass's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Hairston. Pressure coming. Makes the grab, it's Brown. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. The give to the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
They'll send the back in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to pass on 2nd down. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Dropping back, it's Duggar. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. UMass comes to the line facing 2nd and short. They give it to him again. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He's got it on the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. The lone back's got it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The kick is on its way. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Touchdown, UMass! The defense does the work itself with a pick six. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back to throw, it's Duggar. Looking left. It's caught downfield. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got his man out of the backfield. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Avoids pressure. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. Hard running there. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. UMass to the line facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. They boot it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Back to throw, it's Duggar. Bringing the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. He'll throw on third down. Working the middle, it's complete. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge of your seat type first half, or as they call it there in Mobile, just another typical 68 Ventures Bowl. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the 68 Ventures Bowl.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half, and that's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, and we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
To the air, it's Hairston. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Wants to throw it. With the catch, it's Brown. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Brown. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on 3rd and long. Just a short pass to the tight end. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Minutemen! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The give on the option. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
This time they'll go to the running game. Can't get him to the ground. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
He'll keep it himself.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a man, it's Duggar. Gets it out fast. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. That's the end of the period, and it's UMass out front. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On the ground. And they're in for a touchdown.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The UMass offense returns to the field. The give from the gun. Powers through the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. And he'll take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Dropping back, it's Hairston. And he just flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Got some room to run. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UMass offense returns to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. UMass quickly back to the line.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Wants to keep it in the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking for a man. It's Duggar. Pocket breaking down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. A strike downfield. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Smashes ahead. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Out of the gun to give to the back. Ripping through the defense. Tick, 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 tick. Clock winding down, and they're in for the touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's good. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air, it's Hairston. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
To the ground with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. With the clock running, this should be the final play. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to
Welcome to Statesboro, Georgia, and what many refer to as the prettiest little stadium in America and home to the Georgia Southern Eagles. But trust me, it can get a little ugly if you come in here and you're not an Eagle. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. The Eagles ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Jesse, in this age of transfers, quarterbacks are the hottest commodities. We've seen this guy, but now different uniform, different surroundings. It's his job to get everybody going in the same direction.
Well, he just has to take command of this offense early. And listen, we've seen in recent years transfer quarterbacks have success right away. Think about Will Howard winning a national championship at Ohio State, Dylan Gabriel over at Oregon, Cam Ward at Miami. This guy has a really good grasp of the offense, picked it up in the offseason, and I know they're really excited to see what he can do on the field today.
And these transfer quarterbacks are so wanted because they already have the experience. You know exactly what they can do. You're not guessing. So his experience translates, and they're counting on it. They love him. That's why they went and got him, and that's why he's starting right now.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So Georgia Southern's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And there has been a lot of talk about this guy. Jesse, they say the farther away you line up from the football, the easier it is to play early. When you're as good as this dude, you're going to play no matter what.
Well, this offense knew he was good coming out of high school, but talking to their quarterback and their coaching staff before the game, David, they didn't know he was this good. He's made catches in practice. He's done things in scrimmage that is completely wowing everybody. Now the question, can he do it when the lights are on and everybody's watching?
And I think receiver is the best spot to transfer being a freshman. Like, it's not the biggest adjustment. These guys aren't so much bigger that you're going against. It's speed. He has the speed. He has the hype. I'm excited to watch this debut.
Quickly complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Let's talk for a second about Georgia Southern. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. They'll try the run. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. There he goes! Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
To the air on 1st down. Right on the money.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Lyle. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Georgia Southern in a hurry. He breaks a tackle. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Eagles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, they'll give it to the tight end. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Chester. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's going to run it. Across the 25. He's got room. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Here's the pressure. Got his man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Gashes the heart of the knee. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 7-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Guys, let's look at the big picture for Georgia Southern. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Wants to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Eagles! A great catch and run for 6.
And what a nice ball. You can see he sees him running the corner route, lays it out in front, catches the ball, and nice job catching the ball and then doing what? Getting upfield, not running out of bounds, not getting pushed out, not getting tackled. Nice job after the catch, getting vertical, getting to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Punt is on its way. Let's see what he can do with it. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Takes the handoff. It's Kirk. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the first. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. This time he's got him. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to run for it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. On the ground, it's Kirk.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. They punt it away on 4th down. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He's got it down the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
On the run from inside his own 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Statesboro. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed, he simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And the Eagles want to crank the tempo. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Catches it cleanly at the 20. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. Thrust that arm out. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Sweet cut there. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll run the option. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Breaks into the open. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be fourth down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Into the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Iowa has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 20 over Georgia Tech. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They'll run play action. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Wants to bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. The give to the tailback. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Up-tempo for the offense. Creates a little room. Turning it on. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
He did a really good job on third down, knowing where the sticks were, making sure.
He'll take a shot. And it's caught. Touchdown.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the fourth. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll pull it on the read. Makes one man miss. Let's talk for a second about Georgia Southern. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week one, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the...
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. There he goes. Past the sticks and still on his feet. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Red pass, it's complete. Breaks the tackle. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Drills him. He smashes his way through again. He steps out of bounds at the 16, but now they have some room to operate. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Eagles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the single back. Nice move to keep running.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.